Let's see this question. P can do a work in 6 hours and Q can do the same work in 12 hours. P started the work and Q joined him after 3 hours. Then how much time in all they take to complete the work? So directly by using the formula it might not be easy to solve it. It will be complicated. It is better that you assume the work and go ahead with that. Before going ahead, let's see what they have given here. So first thing is they are saying that P can do, okay, I am writing the data. P can do the work in 6 hours and Q can do the work in same work in 12 hours when they are working independently, right? Now they are saying that P started the work and Q joined him after 3 hours. So what does it mean? If you assume that this is the timeline and this is the starting point in time where P started, they are saying that P started the work and this is all the time for which P has worked and he has worked for 3 hours. He worked for 3 hours and after finishing 3 hours of work, P and Q, both of them started working together, which means Q joined him at this point in time after 3 hours, right? Therefore, you are supposed to solve it in such a way that you have to find out what is the work done in this 3 hours of time and then the remaining work has to be done by both of them. Then what is the time required? So in order to solve it, you have to assume that the work is some amount. So either you can assume that the work total amount is W and go with that, or it is better that you assume some number so that it will be fast for us to compute. So let us assume that the total amount of work is some number. Which number? You can go with any number that you like, and if you see this, it is better that you go with the LCM. If you can find out LCM, fine, otherwise any common multiple is okay. So I am assuming that 12 units. You can assume 24 or 48, whatever, it has to be multiple of these two so that computation will be easy. Now from this I want to find out the rate. If 12 units of work is done in 6 hours, then what is the rate at which P is working? 12 units by 6, which is nothing but 2 units per hour. Now what about this? 12 units divided by 12 hours, which means 1 unit per hour. This is the rate at which they are working. Okay, now let's try to find out of these 12 units of work. See, if you observe this, the total 12 units of work has to be done first by P and next by P and Q. Now let's see how much of work is already finished by P in 3 hours. Now if the rate of P is 2 units per hour, if he is going at that rate and if he is working for 3 hours, then obviously he is going to finish 3 into 2, which is 6 units. Therefore in these 3 hours, 6 units of work is done by P. Now how much work is remaining? The total amount of work is 12 units and 6 is done here, therefore 6 is remaining. So 6 units is remaining for them to complete together. Now they are asking what is the time required. Now if you can find out the time required for this, the total time required will be 3 hours plus this time. Okay, now let's try to find out the time here. Now if you observe this, both of them are working together, therefore you have to take combined rate into consideration. If P and Q both are working together, then what is the net rate they can produce? 3 units per hour. What does it mean? In 1 hour they will be able to finish 3 units, right? In 1 hour they will be able to finish 3 units. Now the question is, how much time does it take for them to finish 6 units? Therefore 6 units, how much time? That is the question. Now multiply both sides with 2. Therefore 6 units can be done in 2 hours. So the time required for here is 2 hours. Now if you see this, initially 3 hours is spent and next 2 hours is spent. The total amount of time required to finish this project is 3 plus 2, which means 5 hours. Got it? Now what is the other way of doing it? You could have imagined that this entire amount is W and then the rate in terms of W by 6 W by 12, and that is going to be complicated because you have to deal with fractions and all those things. Instead of that, if you assume that the number is some number, work is some number which is a multiple of these two, you got the answer fast, right? And in this case you will not be able to apply that formula directly because the work is not that stable, right? Okay.
Hi, if you are planning to do masters, then doing masters abroad is better than doing masters in India. I'll give you all the reasons. So, first reason is, out of 1 lakh students who take GATE every year, there are only 500 seats in old IITs. So all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%, and IITs, universities better than IITs, they have very good acceptance rate like 30%, 40%, but all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%. And if you are working hard to get into IIT Bombay's ranking is 177 and IIT Roorkee's ranking is 400. If you are happy to get into IIT Roorkee, then getting into universities better than IIT Roorkee is easier compared to getting into IIT Roorkee. And looking at the salaries for computer science, for software jobs, if you have done your masters in computer science in US, the salaries are ranging from 80 lakhs per year to 1.2 crore per year. So even if you take an average of 1 crore per year, your savings will be much higher than the salaries in India. After taxes and your cost of living, you can easily save 40 to 50 lakhs per year. And in India, the maximum jobs that you get is around 30 lakhs. So your savings will be much greater than the salaries in India. And these are all the services that we provide. University shortlisting. So depending on your profile, we will shortlist what are the universities that you have to apply, and statement of purpose building, and then LOR guidance, and GRE and English test assistance, and education loan assistance. So you don't have to have any collateral, which means without any security, now you can get education loan. Getting education loan is very simple these days, and whatever the amount of fee that you have a range of universities. You can apply for 10 lakh universities, 20 lakh universities, or 50 lakh universities, but whatever it is, you are going to get complete education loan, and you can pay off your education loan in 1 year after you get a job. And then we do visa assistance, mock visa interviews, and then connecting with the university alumni. So now you might ask why we should join Game of Visas. So the answer is we have 90% success rate, 99% success rate. And these are all the destinations that we guide the students to. So we guide students to any country that you want to go. So now it is not just USA. We guide to UK, Germany, Australia, Canada. So we guide students to all the countries. We work with all the destinations. And if you are interested in going abroad, you have to just drop us a message on this WhatsApp number 9494 555 454. Okay, thank you.